EPLANT-Piping Basic tutorial. This video shows how to generate a 2D plan from a view already defined. We select the View Extraction command. The plan generation command is 100% automatic once the views are defined. We can delete or add new views in the same file to compose different details in the same document. In this case, we have already defined a plan view, because the viewport linked to this view has that orientation in its model space. The projection elements will be drawn in the Z0 of the UCS defining that model space. From the Characteristics button, we define which elements to process, from those inside the volume associated to the view, and in which layers the projection elements that are visible will be placed. This option controls whether piping components are to be projected or not. Checking this option, the piping line axis is also generated. With this option, the equipment's elements. We are going to disable the projection of structure created with EPLANT-STH. It is possible to include elements not created with EPLANT altogether, but they must be one of the following types: 3D solid, plane 3D face, 2D polylines, lines, arcs and cycles, also if they have a thickness associated to them. They can be in any layer, but not in the layer 0. If this option is checked, for each group a layer with the _H suffix is created and will receive all projection elements that are not visible, that is, below other elements that block their visibility. If these elements are not to be used, it is better not to generate them, to speed up the process and reduce the file size. This option is used to generate a text file with warnings about any elements to be processed but not supported for the projection. It is good to always generate it. Another layer can be enabled to be assigned to piping below a certain optional diameter, used to differentiate a diameter range with a color change. Filters of different types can also be imposed. By default, only new elements are projected. Components declared as existent can be included, and the filter using diameter ranges can also be defined. Projection of existing elements will be placed on layers with the _X suffix. If neither of these filters are enough, the last one filters by invisible layers. We select now the button to extract the active view. The process is totally automatic. There will only be warnings if a previous view is found. Remember that in green we are seeing the 3D model attached as an XREF, while in white is the view just generated inside the current drawing. Projection elements have associated the same characteristics as the 3D components in the attached models. We can also check that this element is in the main piping projection layer. We can define an exact scale for plotting that will be set 1:20. In the viewport, there are really too much visible layers. It is the moment to use this layer control. Here we see the layers grouped together in sets, and all the views defined in the drawing file, including the view definition blocks. We are going to use this command to visualize the extracted view only. If more views are defined, this command allows to set on only the corresponding view for each viewport.